Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa Rittenhouse, nutritionist and exercise scientist with the Henry M. Jackson Foundation for the Advancement of Military Medicine in support of CHAMP, the Consortium for Health and Military Performance. CHAMP is a Department of Defense Center of Excellence at Uniformed Services University. I'm here today with my colleague, Dr. Jonathan Scott. Jonathan, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back with you again. I'm Jonathan Scott, an assistant professor in the Department of Military and Emergency Medicine at the Uniformed Services University. And like Melissa, I'm a fellow registered dietitian. Before we get started, I want to state that what we'll talk about today are our own opinions and do not necessarily reflect the official positions of the Uniformed Services University, the Department of Defense, or the Henry M. Jackson Foundation.
Yeah, so far in the series on brain health, prior speakers have introduced definitions of brain health set by the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, the American Heart Association, and the World Health Organization. From those definitions, Dr. Patty Doister and Dr. David Brody emphasize the impact our lifestyle has on maintaining a brain that is functioning optimally. They also touched on the importance of limiting substances that impair brain health. Other presenters in the series explored dietary supplements marketed for brain health, and most recently, presenters have discussed the importance of exercise, balance, mood, and sleep as they each relate to brain health. All of the topics are extremely complex, yet interrelated, with nutrition and healthy lifestyle choices playing an integral role in each of these topics. Today, we're here to talk about nutrition and brain health. And the healthy lifestyle choices involved in that. Specifically, we want to talk about the role of nutrition in exercise and sleep, as well as overall dietary patterns, given these are all areas known to impact brain health. First, let's start off by talking about how we can fuel our body, specifically around exercise. Jonathan?
Sure. Thanks, Melissa, for that great overview of the previous presentations and setting us up for today, our discussion about nutrition and brain health. So specific to exercise, we generally think about fueling or eating and drinking specific foods and or beverages before, during, or after exercise, or some combination thereof, depending on how long we're exercising and at what kind of intensity we're working out, as well as other environmental factors such as heat and humidity, or perhaps even altitude. All of these factors, the before, during, and after, may or may not apply, but typically when we're thinking about fueling our body before exercise, we're focused on easily digestible carbohydrates, especially in the 1 to 2 hours before activity. This could be something as simple as a piece of fruit, a half a bagel and jam, or a granola bar. Melissa, given that you're an avid runner, I'm curious to hear what are some of your kind of go-tos before a run?
Yeah, what I choose varies depending on whether I'm working out first thing in the morning or in the afternoon after work. In the morning, I typically don't get up much earlier than I have to, so I'll do something light, such as toast or a flavored oatmeal packet. I find both are quick and require very little planning ahead. If I'm going to work out in the afternoon and it's been a few hours since lunch, I might snack on some animal crackers or fruit or granola bar prior to working out. I usually go for something bland so that I'm not tasting it the whole time I'm working out. I also tend to not eat anything with a lot of fiber or fat a couple hours prior, because I find that those feel heavier in my stomach. But regardless of when I work out, I always have water with my snack, as it helps me to feel refreshed as I start my workout. In addition, though, if I am going to work out for more than an hour at a high intensity, and especially in a hot environment, I will take a sports drink with me just to give myself a little energy boost.
Yeah, I'll have to admit that during the longer runs, so when we're talking about being out there for more than an hour, I have to admit I take some of my kids' little fruit pouches. They are super convenient, and something about the strawberry applesauce combination just sits really well in my stomach. And as you mentioned, it's important to find those foods that really sit well with you. So my kids always wonder why their applesauce pouches are on the getting low, and well, I guess I'm responsible for that. Now, after a hard workout, my go-to is been chocolate milk, and it's been my go-to since high school. I can remember finishing our workouts and having the cooler full of gallons of chocolate milk that we'd all just kind of pass the cup around and have our glass of chocolate milk either as we were stretching or during our warm down or just talking about our workout of the day. So chocolate milk for me is always a great go-to to begin the recovery and rehydration process.
Yeah, I do also like chocolate milk, but honestly, after a long or intense workout, I'm pretty hungry. So I generally have a meal. For me, nothing beats a good brunch. So eggs and tomatoes, fruit, pancakes, home fries, smoked salmon. I could go on. I'm not too picky with my post-workout options. I do, however, feel most satisfied when I have a good variety of foods to choose from.
Well, I'm officially hungry, so thanks. I thought my lunch was enough, but after hearing what you just went through, that certainly makes me hungry thinking about a good brunch. So it's clear that the nutrition choices that we can make can have a positive impact on our exercise. And as Mr. Tim Gribben and Dr. Camila Almeida discussed, exercise is therefore in turn beneficial for brain health. Exercise can also have a positive impact on sleep. So let's change gears a little bit and talk about how the food choices we can make can impact our sleep. We know that there are certain foods and beverages that it can impact sleep both positively and negatively. Caffeine is generally safe for most adults when limited to 400 milligrams per day. You know, caffeine can be found in a variety of sources. Typically, we think of coffee, tea, energy drinks as our main sources. A little bit in food, whether that's in chocolate like Maria and I discussed previously, and also in select medications. It's really recommended, though, in general, that you limit your caffeine intake at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime so as not to impact your ability to fall asleep. And as you can see on the screen, just a nice little refresh of the various sources of caffeine that we find throughout our diet. And again, our goal is really to limit that to no more than 400 milligrams throughout the entire day.
Yeah, those are great points about caffeine, Jonathan. Similarly, alcohol can negatively affect sleep quantity and quality. Although alcohol may help you fall asleep faster, you're less likely to get into the deep stages of sleep, which are thought to be the most beneficial. Also, after a night of drinking, you may find that you wake up more frequently during the night. So with that information in mind, if you're going to consume alcohol, do so in moderation for the best chance at maintaining a good sleep schedule. According to the most recent dietary guidelines for Americans, moderate drinking is defined as 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men. 1 drink is equal to about 12 ounces of beer, 1.5 ounces of 80 proof distilled spirit, or 5 ounces of wine.
Yeah, those are good points about alcohol, Melissa, to keep in mind. So we've talked a little bit about what we need to keep in check or in moderation. Let's maybe talk about what we should be doing. You know, some foods have naturally occurring ingredients such as tryptophan and melatonin believed to really help to aid in sleep. And although there's not enough evidence to show a direct link between any particular foods and melatonin and tryptophan levels that can impact sleep, some studies suggest that certain foods can contribute to better sleep. And at the end, there's really little harm in eating them if you enjoy them. So melatonin is a hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycle. It's produced by the brain when it gets dark out, really signaling to the body that it's time to sleep. Naturally occurring sources of melatonin that we find in our diet include foods such as nuts, eggs, fish, cheese, milk, and mushrooms. Tryptophan, on the other hand, is an amino acid. Remember, those amino acids are building blocks for our protein that we need to really help with the production of serotonin, which is a chemical important for both sleep and mood. When I say tryptophan, immediately a lot of times we think of our Thanksgiving dinner and we're thinking of turkey. But other sources of tryptophan in the diet include chicken, beef, cheese, yogurt, and fish. So many of our animal-based products are naturally higher in tryptophan. That said, carbohydrates can also help to boost the tryptophan levels in our brain. So As far as Thanksgiving dinners are concerned, typically contain a lot of various sources of carbohydrate, whether that's our stuffing, mashed potatoes, rolls, in addition to the turkey. So we're really hitting the tryptophan from all levels. And maybe that's what's making us more sleepy or tired afterwards than just the turkey itself. B vitamins also are needed for the production of serotonin and can be found in a variety of foods throughout our diet, to include leafy greens, whole grains, lean meat, and poultry. So if you're feeling hungry before bed, try a small snack. This could be something as simple as a handful of trail mix that you make, or whole wheat crackers with a slice of cheese, or perhaps a banana and a spoonful of almond butter. Generally, you want to try to avoid heavy meals, spicy or fried foods at least 3 hours before bed. According to the Sleep Foundation, as a general rule, a balanced diet made up largely of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is able to provide the recommended daily intake of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, contributing to better sleep while promoting a healthy weight. Promotion of a healthy weight is certainly important as it pertains to sleep. Because both sleep and nutrition are extremely complex and involve multiple interconnected systems in the body, it can be challenging to conduct research studies that conclusively demonstrate that one particular diet is necessarily better for sleep than another. Instead, what appears to be most important is that a person is getting adequate nutrition without over-consuming unhealthy foods.
Those are some good points, Jonathan, and I like how you gave examples of some foods to consider incorporating for enhanced sleep. Let's discuss dietary patterns a little more for optimal brain health in general. What we eat certainly has an impact not only on sleep, but brain health as well. One of the most studied dietary patterns is the Mediterranean diet. The tenets of the Mediterranean diet include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans and legumes, healthy fats such as nuts and seeds, fish, and poultry, while limiting dairy, alcohol, and red meat. Finding ways to select dietary patterns to closely align with these criteria does not have to be difficult or boring. You can easily modify to accommodate the diversity of cultural eating patterns across the globe. So for example, some quick and easy meals include Thai red curry and vegetables, or any kind of stir fry. I've provided you with a couple recipes here. Feel free to snap a photo of the recipe as I briefly go through them here. So in addition to the stir fry, you can also try one of my favorites, a sheet pan meal. You line a cookie sheet with foil, season some salmon or protein of your choice with lemon, garlic, or herbs of your choosing. Add asparagus and bell peppers, toss in a little oil, salt and pepper, and some quartered potatoes, and bake at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. They're both just two examples of some really quick meals that meet many of the tenets of the Mediterranean diet. So those are just a couple examples to get your culinary juices flowing and thinking outside the box. So I am sure we could probably go on, but in the interest of time, let's wrap it up.
Well, thanks. Most of my culinary juices are certainly flowing, and good to have at least an idea for dinner tonight. I like the sheet pan idea. It sounds like I can really cut down on the dishes that I need, and anything that can help with cleanup is always much appreciated in this household. So thanks for sharing those. So today we discussed about how nutrition can both directly impact brain health, including the tenets of the Mediterranean diet that you just discussed, as well as indirectly impact brain health given its relationship with exercise, sleep, balance, and mood. Really, all of these are interconnected, and at the basis of them really is a solid foundation for good nutrition. For more information, be sure to check out Human Performance Resources by CHAMP, or HPRC, available at the website below. Melissa, thanks so much for joining me today. and providing some of your insights on the relationship between nutrition and brain health. I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon and upcoming weekend.
Thank you. You too, Jonathan.
Bye.